18th and 17th century. The great steppe is shaken by a bloody war between the Kazakh and Dzungarian Khanate. One of the darkest periods for the Kazakh people, took hundreds of thousands of lives to the next world, brought many horrifying events to the mind. But despite all the complexity of events, this war gave rise to many outstanding personalities, people who were distinguished by immeasurable valor and willpower, known to us as batyrs, wrought many seemingly impossible victories against a larger enemy army. The most famous battles were called Bulantin and Anrakai, and in this video we will tell you about the outstanding batyrs and the role of Kazakh batyrs to defeat the Dzungars. The Dzungars mercilessly killed his father, so from an early age, the batyr considered his duty to send as many enemies to the next world as possible. Karakerey Khabanbay was distinguished by his courage and outstanding fighting skills. At the age of 16, he defeated the Dzungarian hero Dolandashi in a fair fight. He participated in the liberation of Tashkent and Sayra. In his entire life, he hasn't lost a single battle, of which there are more than 100. In a personal heavy battle, he killed 54 enemy warriors. He led the Kazakh army in a number of strategically important battles. Karakerey began his military career as an ordinary soldier, gradually rising to the chief commander of the Kazakh Khanate. One of the bravest generals who served under the leadership of Ablay Khan. He enjoyed an unbreakable authority among the nobility and ordinary people. He was considered as a wise man. He accompanied diplomatic missions more than once. Bugin Batyr fought for the independence of the Kazakh people all his life, showing bravery in battles with the Dzungars. He distinguished himself in the war with the Dzungarian and Chinese troops. Together with the Ablay, he led the liberation of Turkestan and Sauron. In 1799, the largest battle with the Dzungarians took place, the Battle of Anrakai. All the head of all Kazakh military was the Bugin together with the young batyrs Khabanbay and Rahimbek. They used all their skills as generals and defeated the army of Dzungars. Altunoli Karasay is one of the batyrs who made a great contribution to the protection of his native land and land from foreign invaders, who took a special place in the historical Battle of Orbulak, which took place in the first half of the 17th century, which occupies a special place in the era of the formation and the strengthening of the Kazakh Khanate. For the first time, Karasay proved himself on the battlefield in 1615, repelling the attack of Oirats, who penetrated into the depths of the Semirich. Subsequently, he distinguished himself in the Battle of Tobol River in 1620. For this feat, Karasay was recognized as a batyr. In the battle with the Dzungars that took place in 1652, Karasay Batyr was one of the commanders-in-chief of the Kazakh army and showed the talent of commander and strategist. Under his command, a number of battles were won in Semirich. At Karasay, Kazakh troops for the first time began to use the topographic features of the terrain to erect artificial shelters, as well as to use tactical technique of the reconnaissance by combat. The tactics he developed made it possible to win battles, despite the superiority of the Dzungars in numbers and weapons. In 1671, despite his old age, the batyr again had to take part in the battle. The Kazakhs managed to repel another attack of the Dzungars, but for Karasay, the collision turned out to be fatal. He was mortally wounded and died soon after.
Members of all three juices, among whom were warriors both from people and the White Bones, and the names of these outstanding heroes will forever live in our memory. During the 18th century, in the liberation war of the Kazakh people against the Dzungars, the role, power, and authority of the Kazakh batyrs grew. Batyrs who demonstrated heroism and courage in the fight against the enemy became recognized as heroic warriors and brave defenders of their homeland. The victories of batyrs and common warriors have been treasured in the mind of people. For preservation of the independence, the Kazakh state, batyrs from different Kazakh clans and tribes battled